Welcome to another session of Optical Communication Networks, Unit 2, Optical Detectors and Optical Fiber Components. Today's class will discuss about acoustic optical tunable filters. Acoustic optic tunable filters. First of all, discuss about what is meant by tunable filter first. Tunable filter. Suppose you are going for the best example for this one is radio broadcasting. Radio broadcasting. Here nothing but in radio station, they are transmitting audio signals through a single transmitter. At receiving side, many number of receivers or users receive the audio signal by tuning the receiver. Why you are going for tuning? Nothing but suppose we have to fix 104.1 megahertz signal. 104.1 megahertz signal tuned. Nothing but at the transmitting station, radio station, they are transmitting audio signal is the message signal transmitted by using carrier with a 104.1 megahertz. At receiving side, we are tuning for 104.1. Then only both transmitting and receiving carrier frequencies are matched together. Then only we are receive the exact audio signal. That is a tuning. We have to remove the unwanted frequencies. We have to select a particular frequency which we want. That is the concept of tunable filters. Here in optical communication also we are using acoustic tunable filters, which is nothing but we have to select a particular frequency or particular wavelength. Here we have to nothing but in optical communication we have discussed that the topic of wavelength concept only, not for frequency, not for time. Only we have to discuss the term wavelength. Now we are moving to the main topic of acoustic optic tunable filters. Here in general, the acoustic optic tunable filter is also called as a tunable filter. What is the use? Selecting a particular wavelength. Selecting a particular wavelength. That's why we are going for acoustic optic tunable filter. Here in this acoustic optic tunable filter construction, it is based on the interaction of both sound and light. Both sound and light. Here this figure shows the simple version of acoustic optic tunable filter. Here this is the input. This is the main waveguide. Nothing but optical fiber cable. Main waveguide. Here this is the input. This is the output. Here in this main blocks having acoustic transducer and acoustic wave. Acoustic wave. It is nothing but gratings. These are nothing but gratings. Already you know the in previous class we discussed about what is meant by grating, how the gratings are works. Nothing but here suppose I am taking input is TE wave and output is TM wave. Output is TE and so input is TE and output is TM wave. Nothing but here we have to give input signal, input light signal whose mode is TE mode. Suppose I would assume that TE mode, traverse electric field mode, which is given to the input to the optical fiber cable. Here what is the first block here? Acoustic transducer. What is meant transducer? Transducer is nothing but which converts one form to another form. Similarly here converts from TE to TM. Just change, mode can be changed, but the signal is same. Next one is acoustic wave. These are the gratings. It acts as a filters. Acts as a filters. Here number of light signals are coming in through this optical fiber cable. Only particular waveforms are required for the output side. You have to filter and transmit to output side. For a particular wave, we are required wave we have to send to the output. That is here this is conversion from TE to TM. This is about basic acoustic optic tunable filter. Here we have to assume that diffractive index. The diffractive index of TE mode is NTE. The refractive index of TM mode is NTM. Then what is the satisfied condition is the refractive index of TM divided by lambda, wavelength of a particular wave, which is equal to the refractive index of TE divided by lambda plus or minus 1 by cap. Here what my cap shows, what is meant by cap? The cap is shows is the distance between two slits. These are the slits. These are the slits in a gratings. The distance between these two slits is a pitch. Pitch representation is a gap. This is the relation between the refractive index of both TE and TM mode and cap. Now we discuss about real-time application of this acoustic optic tunable filter, which is used in Bragg gratings. All we discussed about previous class Bragg grating concept. How many direction couplers are required for Bragg gratings? Two direction couplers. This is the first direction coupler. This is the second direction coupler. Both are connected together in one point. These are the Bragg gratings. Here this is one input 1 and input 2. Here final output 1 and output 2. Here just we have to implement the same concept of acoustic optic tunable filter at the connectors between two directional couplers. This is acoustic transducer and acoustic wave. Just simple version of the acoustic optic tunable filter is implemented in Bragg gratings. This total figure is called, now it is called the polarization independent acoustic optic tunable filter. Right. Now we discuss about the exact principle of this polarization independent acoustic optic tunable filter. Here see this one. Now I am transmitting the input signal, that is input light signal, through this input 1 only, not for input 2. That is TE plus TM. That is each and every signal having it is an electromagnetic wave. That's why it is combined. It is a combination of both electric field and magnetic field. Now I am giving input for input 1. That is a combination of TE plus TM. Here in this direction coupler concept, it splits the input signal. That is TE mode goes to in this direction, TM mode from this direction. That's why it is called the input polarizer. Next, this one gives to acoustic transducer. What is meant by acoustic transducer? Acoustic transducer is nothing but which converts from one form to another form. Here, what is the input of here? In TE. Why we are getting output is TM. Here input is TM. What is the output is TE? Nothing but once the signal is entered in the transducer, it rolls on the acoustic transducer. Then automatic phase can be changed. When phase can be changed, nothing but automatic mode can be changed by the principle of Faraday's rotation principle. That is, we are giving input at TE, we are getting output TM. Input is TM, output is TE. Then again, we are giving to the second direction coupler. Here the output is combined. Here the input side is splitting. The output side is combined TE plus TM. We are getting output at output 2. Why only output to here? Wherever we are getting TE mode, then on that particular channel only we are getting output. This is the conversion can be takes place and select the particular wavelength. This figure shows as a polarization independent acoustic optic tunable filter. Next, how exactly this acoustic optic tunable filter works? How wavelengths can be selected? How wavelengths can be selected in real-time applications? Here, see this one. This is acoustic optic tunable filter. We are giving two inputs, two outputs. Here the input 1 we are giving lambda 1 dash, lambda 2 dash. Input 2 is lambda 1 square, lambda 2 square. Nothing but here you are giving tuning. What is the tuning frequency? Is RF1, radio frequency 1. Nothing but at the output side, the first frequency 1, that is the first one of the each input can be interchanged. That the output. See this one. The first input of the is lambda 1 dash is goes to output 2. And lambda 1 square goes to output 1. Just interchange due to this RF1. See this example 2. We have to select 2 inputs, 2 outputs with the inputs of 4 wavelengths of each one. We have select RF1 and RF4. Nothing but the first and last one can be interchanged. That is lambda 1 dash and lambda 4 dash goes to output 2. And lambda 1 square and lambda 4 square goes to output 1. Just interchange, just tuning. nothing but interchange. That is goes to conversion from TE to TM or TM to TM. That's why we have to interchange. That's why it is called the acoustic optic tunable filter, which acts as a wavelength cross connect. Which acts as a wavelength cross connect. It depends upon the selecting frequency. Selecting frequency, right? This is about acoustic optic tunable filter. The next one we are going for the next optical fiber component is high channel count multiplexer architecture. High channel count multiplexer architectures. Here, why you are going for this one? Why we are going for this one? Nothing but here the number of users. Suppose we are going for the number of users 100. There is no need to problem about design network. Suppose go for 1,000 or millions of users in a network. At that time we have to go for, we have to automatically the cluster and complexity increases. That's why we are going for high channel count multiplexer architectures. Here in this high channel count multiplex architectures, nothing but when the number of wavelengths continuously increases. When the number of wavelengths continuously increases, nothing but automatically the number of users using the particular wavelength also increases. At that time we are getting handle problems. Handling the network is a problem. Suppose we are going for bidirectional applications. Suppose you are going for telephone communication, nothing but a two-way communication, both bidirectional. At that time, merging of two wavelengths, automatically getting output is error. That is crosstalk we are getting. How it can be eliminated? By using this high channel count multiplexer architectures. Here in this high channel count multiplex architectures, we are going for serial connection first. Serial connection first, nothing but we have to divide the number of wavelength stages are increases from stage 1 to stage 2, stage 2 to log. Likewise, we are going for n stages. N stages. What is the use of this number of stages increases in a serial manner? Nothing but when the number of stages are increases, nothing but we have to add one more wavelengths. One more wavelengths. Now we will discuss about what is meant as serial connection here. Right. Now to explain that serial connection, we go for a single stage. A single stage. How it can be works? See this one. Single stage, nothing but within a single stage, 40 channels are available. Suppose we have to assume that 40 channels are nothing but 40 different wavelengths. But we are going for multi-stage. How it can be utilized? All 40 channels. See this one. Suppose we have to assume that a multi-stage banding. This is a demultiplexer concept, right? Here we are using 32 channels. 32 channels, nothing but 32 wavelengths are they are allocating. 32 wavelengths are nothing but 32 users can be utilized at a time, the particular network. Here, see this one. These 32 channels divide into 4 bands. 4 bands. That is 1 to 8, one band, 9 to 16, another band, 17 to 24, another band, 25 to 34 bands. We have to divide. Each band contains 8 wavelengths or 8 channels. Here, the distance between band 1 to band 2 is called the guard space. That is protection for the particular band. Protection. Right. These 4 bands are divided by the demultiplexer 1 to 4. 1 to 4 demultiplexer. 1 to 4 demultiplexer. Then automatically the output 1 is band 1. Output is band 2. Output 3 is band 3. Output 4 is band 4. Again, we have to go for again applying demultiplexing. Here 1 to 8. 1 to 8. That is 1 to 8. See this one. This is the figure. Number of stages. This is the first stage. This is the second stage. Likewise, number of stages increases. Number of wavelengths also increases. Suppose here in this stage, we are using 2 stages only. The number of channels are required on 32. Suppose 64. We are getting 4 stages. then automatically the clumsiness or complexity can be reduced for this multi-stage banding. That is number of fibers. Automatically, it is very best examples for telecommunications. Right here, see this one. Is there any drawback of this one? Here, how many number of total demultiplexers are required? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5. 5 demultiplexers are required. How to eliminate this cost of the system? By the interleaving concept. Right here, what is interleaving? Here, interleaving provides reduce the cost of a high channel count multiplexer. Here in this interleaving concept, the first group consists of odd number, the second group consists of even number. See this one, 1 to 32 channels. The first stage is common thing. In second stage, where you can only 2 demultiplexers. That is odd number chance goes to one demultiplexer, and even numbers are goes to another demultiplexers. What is the use of this approach? This approach is used to reduce the cost of a system. Do you have any query in today's class? Please type your query in the chat box. Thank you very much for attending today's class.